You're listening to 91.3 WTSR here on the campus of the College of New Jersey. My name's Madison Millette with Keep Calm and Carry On. I'm here tonight at Starland Ballroom with a very special guest, Anthony Raneri of Bayside, at their holiday show. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. You're good at that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Professional.
Thank you. I try. We're here at your holiday show tonight. This is one of 3 shows, correct? Mm-hmm. And this is the middle one. You're in Boston tomorrow, and you were in Long Island last night, right?
Yes.
So how are performing at these venues, specifically for holiday shows, different than when you go on tour for the big stuff?
We get to plan things. I mean, these are some of our bigger markets, you know, and Long Island is very much a hometown show, but Jersey sort of bleeds into that hometown feel, and Jack is from Boston, and so, you know, Boston is a place that we've been going to since the beginning of the band. So they're all sort of like hometown feels. So planning a show specifically for your hometown is definitely a pretty unique thing compared to a tour where you're trying to please like tons and tons of people from all over the country, you know. Right.
So you are just announced kind of 2 big tours. You have your headlining tour coming up from this for the spring.
Yes.
And it's the Great American Cult Tour. Is that correct? With 4 Years Strong and Daylight, right?
Yep. And mixtapes.
So when you are going on that, how are you choosing your set list? Is anything going to be different besides obviously playing stuff from Cult, which you're promoting?
Yeah. We always try to mix it up as much as we can. At this point, we've been a band for so long. We have so many records now with singles on them and videos that we made for songs. And then there's the fan favorites. So every record, there's new songs that we have to play every night. You know what I mean? So we're running out of spots that we can like rotate.
That's probably
tours,
one of the best
you know?
problems that you can have, though.
It's true, yeah, it's true. It's funny, like Warped Tour is always the best example of that, because you only get like a half hour.
Right.
So that's like 7 songs.
Right.
And we just play our singles, you know what I mean? And that's all you really have time for.
I mean, seeing you guys, I saw you guys on Warped Tour, I think it was 2 years ago, and being from New Jersey was at PNC, and you guys just packed the amphitheater. Like, it was it was really cool to see. But so, going off a little bit, you're also going to Europe soon.
Yeah, in the
with
spring.
Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
So, how does playing in Europe, is that different than playing in the States? Do you find the fan base is any different?
Yes, it's very, very different. Our fan base is very different. For us, Europe is in a lot of ways it's a work in progress still. Where when we do shows here, and it's very much you're performing, you're putting on a show. You're entertaining people who are fans. You know what I mean? So it's a little easier to get into their minds. You know what I mean? Because I always say I'm the biggest Bayside fan. You know what I mean? So when it comes to entertaining and making our fans happy, I just do what I would be excited about. You know?
Right.
Europe, especially supporting in Europe, it's a lot more. We're going to a lot of countries for the first time on that tour.
Oh,
so
wow, okay.
It's a whole other mindset going into a show with how do you entertain people who don't know who you are. You know what I mean? How do you just be generally entertaining?
Right.
You know? So it is a totally different mindset, and the fans there are very different.
Really?
Yeah, they're very, very different. In some places, they're much more rabid than they are.
Really?
Here. Yeah, because they're just so excited you came. You know what I mean?
That's really cool, though.
Yeah, we're a little spoiled here. Like they're just so excited you came. And in some places they could care less. You know what I mean? Not that they actually couldn't care less, but they're a lot more subdued. They don't get as excited, you know, like Scandinavians. And, you know, they're weird.
They're weird. Switching gears a little bit, you guys just announced that you guys were coming out with the 6th album, Cult. So something that was interesting was the way you announced this album was much different than what we've really seen. It was a whole bunch of hints and clues here and there.
Yeah.
So what inspired that?
You know what's funny? That was just an idea that Nick came up with, like last minute. We put all the symbols and stuff like that are a part of the record cover was because we felt like the record that, you know, Cult, our new record, is really a really good example of our sound from where it started to where it is now, you know. So we wanted to sort of pay a tribute to all of our past records on that album cover. And then Nick had the idea of, like, you know, just kind of throwing up something on the Facebook, and to us it was just like, oh, let's just do it. And then like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, throw something on the Facebook, and then people got really kind of excited, like what the hell is going on, you know? So Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad that it worked.
I would say it picked up a lot of steam and created a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
buzz.
it really did.
So,
Yeah.
you released the first single off of it called Pigsty, and from what I found, it was a little bit darker and a little more cynical than what we found in Killing Time, which was especially interesting because a lot of you guys are now married. You just had you and your wife just had your first kid.
Yeah.
So why did it take kind of a darker turn when all of you are reaching like a really happy point in your lives?
I think the whole record, I wouldn't say the whole record takes that turn, but there's definitely like I said, just like listening back on this record, it's like sort of the anger and the cynicism that has always been there, but it's also their songs that have like the hope and all the places that we've been kind of progressing towards.
Right.
You know?
Okay, well, we're all really excited to hear it, and you guys just released, is some way to put it, the second single.
Sort of, yeah.
But so it's for any listeners that haven't heard about it yet, it's you released the lyrics and the guitar tabs, correct?
Yes.
So again, what inspired that? So it's kind of for the fans to take their own take on the songs, but why release a song like that, or release, I guess, in
we really
quotes?
wanted to see. I mean, we were really interested to see what people would sort of imagine with just if given the chords and the lyrics, and I think there's also the melody of the vocals are in there too.
Okay.
That you could read, and we just wanted to see what people would do with it. Like, it's really for our own enjoyment. We wanted to hear people just sort of like kind of come up with whatever they could, you know. And the only way to truly do that is by having them do it without ever hearing the song they're covering, you know.
Yeah.
Because it could go anywhere.
Right. Yeah, so I've heard like very different renditions of it already, so we're really excited to see where people take it and everything.
Yeah, me too.
So that's pretty much wraps it up on my end. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Well, that's about it. You know, the record comes out February 18th. It's called Cult, and the Great American Cult Tour starts March 5th, and January 9th the tickets go on sale.
All right, guys.
Cool.
So you're listening to 91.3 WTSR here at the campus of the College of New Jersey. My name's Madison with Keep Calm and Carry On. Always remember to open your mind and bang your head.